G'day everyone, this is Exact Computer's first episode of Myth Bunkers. So I spent a little bit of time on social media, maybe a little bit too much time on social media if you ask some people. One of the things I see quite often comments, someone will be online and they'll ask, what's the right computer to have, or, do I need an antivirus, or, how should I run disk defragmenter? And a lot of questions out from our store where people come in, or we talking to them over the counter, and we find that they've got a question about computers or a preconceived idea that is based on wrong information. So I just thought that I would create some videos that hopefully are nice and short and sweet, that just clarify some things and maybe debunk some myths. So anyway, this is the first one, so let's see how this goes. One of the things I hear from people is that, you get someone who says, I want a new computer, what should I get? And someone says, Apple Macs are fantastic. Or someone else will say, Windows PC is perfect. What I want to say to both those people is, how well do you know the person that you've just told that to? Do you know what that person's trying to do with that computer? You've just said that an Apple Mac is perfect. They're brilliant. They don't get viruses. Another myth I'll talk about later on. But you don't know what that person is doing with the computer to know whether an Apple Mac will in fact be good. I mean, Apple Macs are good if you use them for the right type of application, or you're the right type of person. So, you've just got to be careful. Your next door neighbour, so-called friend who's into IT, yes, they've got some good information, but just be careful without double checking on it, because that person might be a die-hard Apple Mac person and absolutely loves them, but you might be running, as one of my customers found out, some fairly basic accounting software that doesn't work on an Apple Mac. So they bought this expensive Mac, and it was actually slower by the time we made it work with their accounting package than their old computer, which would have been, that we probably could have upgraded it quite simply for $300 or $400, and they spent a couple of $1,000s on an Apple Mac, and it was still ended up being slower. So anyway, so that's the first myth that I wanted to debunk. It's really that all tech people know what they're talking about. Most of them are biased in one way. We're happy to try and help you out. So if you've heard something, have a talk to us. We'll try and clarify why that person said that to you. We'll look at everything that you are using the computer for and work out what is actually the right thing, and whether, if it's an Apple Mac is right for you, then I'll tell you that. I don't sell Apple Macs, but I'm more than happy to make sure that I recommend what is right for you. So anyway, that's Myth Bunkers 1 done and dusted, and I'll catch you on Myth Bunkers 2.